Hola, buenos días. Soy Claudia Nieto, Marketing Collection. En unos minutos comenzamos, ¿sí? Hello, everyone. In 2 minutes, we will start. Thank you so much for being with us today. Hola, Gaby. Hola, Luis Carlos. Gracias por estar hoy con nosotros. Hola, Trini. Buenos días. En unos minutos comenzamos.
Claudia, I can't see you. Can you open your camera?
It's open.
For me, it's closed.
No, it is open.
Only shows CN. It's open?
Yes.
For me, it's closed.
I can see you.
Are you sure?
Yes. Josefina, buenos días. Qué bueno que estás hoy con nosotros. Buenos días a todos. Ahorita comenzamos. Vamos a esperar a que se conecte más gente. Unos minutitos más, por favor. Buenos días. Ok. Buenos días a todos. Muchas gracias por estar el día de hoy con nosotros. Esta presentación va a ser en inglés. ¿Qué les parece si comenzamos? ¿Sí? Thank you so much to be with us today. Thank you, Tony. I would like to introduce to Tony.
Hi.
He's in China now, and it's the general director of Crown DMC, one of our new brands for marketing collection. Thank you so much, Tony.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Thank you.
So let's begin now. Okay, let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, first, good morning for you. Now it's your morning time. For China is midnight, 12 o'clock. Yeah, we have a very big difference for time. I first talk about myself, who I am, who you are talking to. I myself, 25 years ago, I was a tour leader, a tour guide. I getting people in Beijing. Now I'm in Beijing. And then I lead groups, English speaking groups, to whole China. Xi'an, Guilin, Shanghai, Hong Kong. So I'm leading people all over China. So I have been to each corner of China. So my first job is tour leader. After 6 years, from 1999 to 2005. For these 6 years, I was a tour leader. So and then in 2005, I start my own company, only doing incoming. Yeah, because at that time I found they don't know how to do high-end DMC. Yeah, so in 2005, I start my own company. So to 2005 to 2024, it's almost 20 years. So I have been running my company for, let's say, exactly 20 years. My story is from tour guide to managing director of DMC. Yeah, we have office in Beijing. I'm in Beijing, in Shanghai, in Hong Kong, and Shijiazhuang. We have a team about 20 people in the office, not including tour guide. Yeah, so that's myself. That's myself. Okay, today, and I will make a presentation. At the end of the presentation, we will issue a gift to one of the person. Claudia will give the gift to you. In the end, I will ask one simple question. Then, if the person who can type the message on the chat part, and we will give the gift to that person. It's a very simple question. Okay. Now let me begin the presentation. So Claudia, can you see my presentation? Hi, Claudia.
Yes, Tony.
Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's go one page by page. Okay. That's myself, introduction. Here's part of my team. We are doing a team building for oil painting. Yeah. Here's where we are. So first, I myself is in Beijing. We have office in this Shijiazhuang, Shanghai, Hong Kong. And we have sales office in these different colors. Yeah. We have reps in these kind of colorful destinations. Yeah, you can see the country. Totally nice sales office. Yeah. And here's our client. Yeah. Okay, now let's begin from where I am. Let's begin from Beijing. Okay, Beijing is the capital of China. How many people here? 21 million. It's a huge population. 21 million. You know, China has a huge population. Beijing, totally, we have 39 emperors. 5 dynasties, 800 years. So in 800 years, 39 emperors ruled whole China in Beijing. The most popular sightseeing is the Great Wall, of course. Beijing is the best place to see the Great Wall. Ming Dynasty tombs, Forbidden City, you know Forbidden City, Temple of Heaven, Summer Palace. Okay, let's start from the Forbidden City, from the Great Wall. Okay, the Great Wall, what is the Great Wall? Everyone heard about the Great Wall. It's a military fortification. It was the border between old China and Mongolia. But nowadays, Mongolia is part of China. So that is Great Wall. It was the border between China and Mongolia, because Mongolia always want to attack China, to occupy China. So China built a huge wall on the border. So just like Trump want to build a wall between Mexico and the US, but that's different. Okay, that's the Great Wall. So how to visit the Great Wall? Let's say like this. After you visit the Great Wall, we can do a toboggan, slide down from top of the Great Wall. And we can see the Great Wall by helicopter. It's a very interesting way to see the Great Wall by helicopter. Yeah. And then we also can see the Great Wall At night, look, at the foot of the Great Wall, there is a water village, and we can stay one night in the village and then visiting the Great Wall at night. The lights is on at night. Please see, this is the Great Wall with lights. Yeah. Okay, we can see the Great Wall by helicopter, slow down by the toboggan. It's very interesting. We also can do a small event on the Great Wall. Let's have like, for example, have a glass of wine, have some snacks on the Great Wall. Yeah. Okay, and then we go to the Forbidden City. Maybe you heard about Forbidden City. Totally 24 emperor ruled China in Forbidden City for over 600 years. Do you know how old is the last emperor, the youngest emperor, when he get on the throne? When he was on the throne, he was only 3 years old. So it's like really young, a baby on the throne. The youngest one is 3 years old. Yeah. Do you know how many rooms in the Forbidden City? Totally, there are 9,999 and a half rooms. Yeah. Then why 10,000? Why only 9,999? Because the God in heaven only have 10,000 rooms. The emperor on the earth need to pay some respect to the God in heaven in Chinese culture. Yeah. Okay. And then we are going here. We have a very famous thing is called Ming Dynasty tombs. In that area, there are totally 13 emperors. There are 13 tombs. 13 emperors were buried in northern part of Beijing, about 30 kilometers from Ming Dynasty. Yeah, Ming Dynasty was second last dynasty in China. It lasted about 300 years. Yeah, so in Beijing, if we visit the Great Wall, we can visit both the Great Wall and the Emperor's tomb. Yeah. Okay, and now let's talk about Summer Palace. What is Summer Palace? You know, in the Beijing is quite hot in summertime. So the summertime emperor will move from Forbidden City to Summer Palace by boat. So this is a Summer Palace. So in the daytime, we can see a lot of historical sites. In Beijing, we call it Imperial Beijing. Everything is about the emperor. And what we can do at night we can do Peking opera. Yeah, it's the most popular opera in China. And we also can do acrobatics show. It's really amazing acrobatics show in China. Yeah, China is good at acrobatics show, table tennis. You can't breathe when you watch the acrobatics show. Yeah, and not only a show, sightseeing, we also offer some activities like, you know, Chinese food is quite famous, and we can do a Chinese cooking class, and we, for example, Chinese dumplings, and when you learn the technique of how to make Chinese dumplings, we can give the recipe to you. You can do that at home. Yeah, and for Chinese culture, we can learn a little bit Chinese calligraphy and painting, the Peking opera mask, and some local activities, some family visitings. We can do a local family visiting. Yeah, and then what we can do, and we can do Chinese Tai Chi in 600 years old temple, in Temple of Heaven. Yeah, so we can do the Tai Chi in the 600 years old temple. Yeah, not only sightseeing, we also have lots of interaction activities. Yeah, and in the old town, we will visit the old town by the rickshaw. Yeah, not by car. Car is not allowed to drive in the old town. We will visit the old town visit the local family by the rickshaw. Yeah. And then we also have the special transportation. If you we will take the special transportation sidecar, drive from hotel to a fancy restaurant, to a Michelin-star restaurant, to Peking duck. So after we use the fancy cars, we also use we have different types of transportation to make tour more interesting. Yeah. Here is the dinner on the Great Wall. We can make gala dinner on the Great Wall. Yeah. And then what we can buy in Beijing. China is famous for silk. We have the Silk Road. Here is the Silk Street. We can buy silk. And we also can buy pearls. There is a pearl market. In Beijing, there are two most famous markets, Silk Market, Silk Street, and Pearl Market. Yeah. But what we can eat in Beijing, Peking duck, everyone heard about. But the second one is called royal food. There is a very famous restaurant, the only serving old Chinese royal food. I recommend that. It's very interesting and delicious, very special. And if you don't like to have Chinese food every day, so we offer a lot of Western food. The number one I can recommend is called TRB Hutong Restaurant. They are selling French food in old Chinese temple. Yeah, so it's very interesting. So we can have something to eat, we have something to see, and then of course, where we can eat most famous Peking duck. Yeah, Dr. Chin is a Michelin star Peking duck restaurant. That is my recommendation. So Beijing, everyone heard about. If you search on Google, what's most famous food in Beijing? It is Peking duck. Yeah, so Peking duck is the must. So we have something to eat, we have something to see, we have something to join, to buy. Where we can stay? What is the special hotel we can stay? And the number one I want to recommend is called Brickyard Retreat at Mutianyu Great Wall. Why I recommend this? What's the specialty? Totally, this hotel is located in a quite small village. Nearby the hotel is a small village. The hotel itself also looks like a village, but see, inside of the hotel is 5-star hotel. So if you see from outside, it's a traditional small village, but inside is a 5-star hotel. This is the first selling point. But in this hotel, totally they have about 20 rooms. In 16 rooms, when you take shower, you can see the Great Wall. So you can see the Great Wall all the time. On the bed, in the room, so you can see the Great Wall fully. So the second selling point is when you take shower, you can see the Great Wall. That's the reason I recommend this hotel. And it's extremely close to the Great Wall. Yeah. The second one is called Commune by the Great Wall. It's 12 villas. Yeah. So it's all extremely close to the Great Wall. Yeah. Okay. And now I want to recommend is Aman. Aman everyone knows, but why I recommend this Aman? This Aman is close to the Summer Palace. So Summer Palace starts from 6 o'clock. The hotel, there is a special door. You can go to the Summer Palace as first one. And 6 a.m., they have a special door to the palace. So in the morning, you have a morning exercise, have your own private Summer Palace, because this hotel have a special entrance to Summer Palace. You can start it from 6 a.m. So you will have your own private Summer Palace. So that's the selling point. Yeah. is really special. So that is Beijing. Yeah. So in Beijing, we see Great Wall, we have Peking Duck, we can have a special hotel, the Chinese royal food, special transportation. Now let's go to second famous city is called Xi'an. Why we go to Xi'an? Anyone knows why we go to Xi'an? Xi'an with a population 13 million people. The reason we go to Xi'an is they have the terracotta warrior and horses. Yeah, that's the reason. Number eight wonder in the whole world. Yeah. So the city history over 3,100 years. They have a complete city wall surrounding the whole city. Yeah, that's the only city with the complete city wall. Yeah. So the most famous place we can see is Terracotta Warrior and Horses. Great Mosque, City Wall, and the Wild Goose Pagoda. Yeah. So this is the Terracotta Warrior and Horses. It's the tomb for number one emperor of China. This emperor built the Great Wall, built the Terracotta Warrior and Horses. So this emperor built the China tourism. I can see that. And something I can recommend is that the Great Mosque is for the Muslim. In the city center, there is a great mosque. It's really quiet, traditional architecture, worth visiting absolutely. And then my recommendation is the city wall. Walk around the city wall is really interesting. The city wall is 600 years old, but I would recommend to take a bike on it. Riding a bike on the city wall, make a circle, is also very interesting. Cycling on the city wall, yeah. And then we have the Goose Pagoda. What is Red Goose Pagoda is very famous in whole China, but for Mexican, I think you do not understand what's that. Yeah, but it's really famous. It's for very famous monk. They took lots of books from India about the Buddhism, and then they save all the books here because China is old times is a Buddhist country, so that's why here is famous. And then we go to another city, Guilin. Guilin is very famous, top 4 city to travel for foreigners. What is famous for Guilin? Maybe you never heard about. Guilin is famous for mountain and river. Number 1 is, look, we take a river cruise about 4 hours across the different shapes mountain with a lunch on it. It's really interesting, really special. It's number 1 tour in Guilin. Yeah, people go to Guilin mostly for this 4-hour river cruise. Yeah. After river cruise, we can look around the small town. We can buy some souvenirs in the oldest Western Street. Yeah. There are many different special food, souvenirs. Is after the tour, we can walk after the cruise. We can walk around the old shopping street, and then in Guilin we also can see Reed Float Cave. Yeah, it's a cave with all kinds of different rocks. It's called the Palace of Natural Arts. Yeah, and another place we can see is called Elephant Trunk Hill. The small hill looks like a trunk. Looks like elephant trunk. Yeah. And then we go to the Shanghai. Shanghai, everyone knows. Shanghai is just like New York, is the economy center of China. So there's not much history to see, but there are really, it's really modern. There are many good food. Okay, so Shanghai with 24 million people. Yeah. It's a huge city. So the main city is Yu Garden, Bund, Nanjing Road, the Buddha Temple, Shanghai Museum, and Shanghai Tower. This is Shanghai Tower, the highest building to see, highest building to see, highest building to have a bird's view of the whole city. Yeah, okay. In Shanghai, uh, I have to talk about the maglev train. What is maglev train? Is floating on the river. 1 hour, 430 kilometers. So think about with the train, 1 hour, 430 kilometers. The train is from airport to the city center. For 35 kilometers is only 8 minutes. Only about 8 minutes. 8 minutes. So from airport to the train station, 8 minutes. It means not easy to lose your flight. So if you have very last time, you can take the train. It's really fast. And then in Shanghai, we can see the Yu Garden. Nearby the Yu Garden, there is a really famous local bazaar. In the local bazaar, we can have a famous street food. The most famous buns and dim sum, and to buy some street food, eat and walk, very interesting. And there is a very famous dim sum restaurant in Shanghai. Yeah. So this is a night view of Shanghai. Yeah. We can take a river cruise to see night view. It's amazing. Yeah. With some drinks, with a wine in the hand, and enjoy the night view of Shanghai. Yeah. Here is the most famous shopping road of Shanghai, Nanjing Road. Yeah. The Buddha Temple. Yeah. And here is the highest tower, Shanghai Tower in Asia. Tallest building in Asia. 632 meters high, 18 floors. So it's really interesting. In Shanghai, there are 4 buildings. You can go to the top to have the bird's eye view of Shanghai. First one is the TV Tower. And then we have the Jingmao Tower. Then we have the Shanghai Financial Center. And then we have the Shanghai Tower. One is higher than the other. Okay. And then we go to the water town. It's like Venice. In nearby Shanghai, if you drive 2 hours, you can see the most famous classic China water town called Wuzhen. It is my favorite place to stay there for a week. It's really interesting. Yeah. But what we can do at night in Shanghai, we can see the circus show. Shanghai Circus is amazing show. You can't breathe when you see the show. And then after we have some special transportation tours. We can take open top jeep tours to see to drive them. If you have only FIT, not groups, we can drive the open top jeep to look around the special place to have an interesting tour. We also can do cooking class. In Shanghai, we can do dim sum cooking class, not dumplings. In Shanghai, is famous for tailor-made clothing. There's lots of fabric market. You can measure all your size, and measure your size. You can tailor-made the traditional Shanghai clothes, qipao. This is Shanghai traditional clothes for qipao. You can measure yourself you can let the tailors measure yourself, and then they can make it today. Tomorrow they send it to your hotel. Yeah, it's very quick. Okay, and there is a market called Asian Pacific market for buy some fake brand, let's say fake of Louis Vuitton, Chanel, or all kinds of big brand, but it's fake. It's like maybe less than 10% price, but the quality is very high. Even you can't judge it's fake, but it's called A quality fake. Yeah, but it's really cheap. Yeah, and then what we can do at night? At night, if you want to go to a bar, you go to a rooftop bar. Here's the bar I can recommend. It's called Roosevelt Rooftop Bar. And they also have a restaurant. It's a Michelin-star restaurant. It's called Roosevelt Restaurant. Yeah. And then I can recommend Shanghai Haksan Chinese restaurant. Is really famous. Haksan is an international brand, very famous Chinese food, Cantonese food. Yeah. And then another restaurant I can recommend is called Yongfu Elite. It's a restaurant. This venue is a former UK consulate. So now they offer a very special Shanghai food. Yeah. Another restaurant I can recommend is called Pop Rooftop Restaurant. It's not that expensive, but you can have amazing view of Shanghai. Yeah. And then the hotels I can recommend to stay is Waldorf Astoria Shanghai is on the bound. Look, it's really amazing. Waldorf Astoria is really nice. Yeah. The other one I can recommend is Fairmont Peace. Fairmont Peace is almost the neighbor of the Waldorf Astoria. So this is they are all by the bond, all in the 100 years old historical building. It's really nice hotel. That's Shanghai. Yeah, and then is Hong Kong. Yeah, we have office in Hong Kong. Hong Kong with 7 million people. Yeah, Hong Kong is a place. Simply, let's call it West meet East, because Hong Kong was occupied by UK for 100 years. So most of the people speak English, and most people speak Chinese. So Hong Kong with a strong flavor with UK taste. Yeah, in Hong Kong we mainly see Victoria Peak, Aberdeen Fishing Village, Pauline Monastery, and Huang Ta Xin Temple, and Chili Nunnery. Let's see what we want. Yeah, this is a Victoria Peak. Yeah, and tram. We take a tram to top of the peak, and then we have the whole city view. Is the best place and to have looked the whole city bird's eye city view, and there are lots of nice restaurants on the top. Yeah, and then we can see the Chili Nunnery is the best nunnery. Very quiet, and you know what is nunnery? Nunnery is only for lady. Monk is for the temple is for monk. It's only for man. Only lady monk. You can say that. Yeah. And then we can take the longest cable car, running 25 to 30 minutes to a mountain, to top of the mountain to see a huge Buddha. There is a monastery called Pauline Monastery. Yeah, and if you want to test what monk eat every day, there is a restaurant in the temple. It's called you can have a try of the monk food. Is only vegetarian. Yeah, only vegetarian. It's only vegetables, but no meat. Chinese monk can't have wine, no meat. Only vegetables, yeah. So, but you can have a try, yeah. And then in Hong Kong, there is a famous beach, best beach, Repulse Bay, very clean, yeah. And then we also can see a Tai O fishing village. It's a traditional small village, and we can take a boat to see all kinds of traditional houses for fishermen. And if we are lucky, we can see a pink dolphin by the fishing village, nearby the fishing village. Yeah. And then in Hong Kong, every night there is a laser show. There is a laser show and by the Victoria Harbour. Every night at 8 o'clock, from 8 to 8:15. There are 15 laser show. It's amazing. We can take the wooden boat. It's called Aqua Luna. Have some drink on the boat, and then to see the amazing night view of Hong Kong. We can use it as a pre-dinner drink, and then we take you to a very nice dinner. Yeah. And then we also in Hong Kong is a boat city. Hong Kong is really a boat city. Is yachts. There are many islands. In Hong Kong means when you take a yacht to somewhere, to a small island, to have seafood. That is very, very popular. So we will rent a yacht to go to the one island called Lama Island. We can have a hiking there. We can have seafood there. Yeah. So in Hong Kong, we have to do that. I have to do that. Hong Kong is also famous for horse racing. In Hong Kong, we can have a horse racing there, and you can buy. This one is the winner. If you win, maybe you can win some money. Yeah, have some drink and to gamble a little bit, not that much. Yeah. Another place in Hong Kong is called Huang Da Xin Temple. We also can do Alpine discovery, is treasure hunting. Yeah. And in this temple is famous for fortune tellers. In whole Hong Kong believe it. I also believe it in a sense. If they can tell you about your marriage, your business, your job, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Yeah, in this place there are hundreds of fortune tellers. They can speak English. The fortune tellers can speak English, not Spanish, at least English. Yeah. In Hong Kong, we can do tea house. We can do a tea ceremony in Hong Kong, and Chinese Tai Chi. Yeah. Also, we can do Tai Chi class. And this is a market. We can do daily market. Cat Street is very interesting. If you want to buy some fake antiques, cheap antiques, no real antiques. This is a fake antiques market. If you only for a decoration, it's fine. It looks like very nice, but it's not real antique. In night, you go to the bar. Hong Kong is a nice city. There are thousands of bars. Yeah, that's Hong Kong. Hong Kong is very close to Macau. Macau is the place. Is the place colony of Portugal. So in Macau, you can have very strong Portugal culture. It's the number one gambling city. All the city you can see a huge casino. All this hotel you can see a huge casino in the lobby. Yeah, from Hong Kong, go to Macau, take the high-speed boat. 1 hour, you can drive on the longest sea crossing bridge. Also 1 hour, and you also take helicopters 15 minutes. So that if you go to Macau from Hong Kong, you will cross the longest sea crossing bridge. Some section of the bridge is underwater. The reason is for huge to drive into the Hong Kong. So they have subsection how to be on the seabed. Yeah. Okay, and in Macau, we can see this is most famous. The scene is called the ruins of St. Paul Church, only ruins. We can see Ama Temple, we can see Macau Tower. In Macau, maybe you feel a little bit familiar. All of the streets named by Portuguese, not Spanish, or the old places they have a name of Portuguese. Yeah, so you can recognize in it. Yeah, I think Spanish, Portuguese is very similar. In Macau, there is a car race, Formula 3 every year. Yeah, and in Hong Kong, in Macau, there are lots of Western restaurants, but I recommend the Sky 21st. It's a very nice restaurant. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Now I'm going to Claudia. Now I'm going to ask the questions. If you can ask my question, type on the chat part. I will give you one bottle of wine. Yeah, to thank you to listening my webinar. Okay, now my question begin. So be careful, be ready, and be ready to answer my questions. Yes, my question is where which city is the best city to see the Great Wall? Which city is the best city to see the Great Wall? If you're the first one to type the city name of the name in the chat part, you will be the winner. Claudia will send wine to you. When knows which city.
We can, let me see, it's Paulina, but Paulina, it's not coming today.
Anyone knows?
Person, please.
Knows where is the city to see the Great Wall? Which city is best city to see the Great Wall? I can give you some. I can give you let's say 4 options. Number 1, Xi'an. Number 2, Guilin. Number 3, Hong Kong. Number 4, Beijing. Which you can choose one. Beijing, Hong Kong, Xi'an, Guilin. Which city is the best city? Which city is the only city to see the Great Wall? Anyone knows? You just type the answer. Oh.
But Paulina is the country manager. Please,
who is the first person? Do you know who's okay. Who can answer the question?
Nobody?
Nobody knows?
Come on.
Who knows? Oh. Nobody knows? It's too hard? Where is the Great... Which city we can see the Great Wall?
Please, come on. Write it.
Oh. It's too hard? You only have an option. Let's make the option easier between... you can guess. Only 2 now. Beijing and Hong Kong. Which city is to see which city you can see the Great Wall? Beijing or Hong Kong? You type your answer in the chat part. In the chat part. Type message.
Just a second. We have a winner.
Somebody answered in the question part. Oh, let me see. Oh, already answered. Oh, look, can you see the question part? Who is the person? First person. There are many. You can see the time. Claudia, can you see?
Susan Holtz says Xi'an.
The answer is Beijing. Can you see?
Paola,
Susan, I think.
Paola won, Tony.
Oh, you can see many answers in the question part.
Yes.
Can you see who is the first person?
The winner is Paola Solis.
Oh no, I think it is Susanna Holtz.
But Susan Holtz wrote Xi'an. Is it correct?
Oh, he wrote Beijing the first time.
No.
Please click the blue button with the question mark. If you click there are some answers. Can you see it? Claudia?
Yes. Yes.
If you go up.
I can see the first answer is from Paola.
Paula?
Yes. Paola,
Okay.
Paola Solis. Yes.
Okay, if you see that, oh, that's okay. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So,
Congratulations.
um,
You are the
you
winner.
keep that. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, you will receive one bottle of wine
Okay.
from Claudia.
Please contact me, Paola, to give you the bottle of wine, please. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much for the presentation. China is
Yes.
a great country that it's always in our minds. Crown is one of our newest brand. Um, and you can find all the information about Tony and mine in the chat. Thank you so much for your time, Tony. I
It's
know
my
that it's
pleasure.
I know that it's too late for you.
Doesn't matter. We have different time zones. Yeah. Hopefully, I can visit you, all of my friends, one day in Mexico.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Eh,
Now is
do you have
end of
any?
the. No.
Would you like to know something about the brand or the country? Do you have any question? No. I think that everything is clear.
Yeah. If you have any question, if you have any request, you can contact Claudia, and you also can contact me. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much again.
Bye bye. Yeah.
Thank
Bye for
you.
now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Waiting
Have a
for you
nice
in China.
weekend.
Bye.
Have a nice weekend. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.